Dangote Rice Band. Thus, Dangote fights to build support the next phase of empire expansion. We give credit to Victor J. Bloomberg. Colonialists were expansionists. Adolf Hitler was an expansionist. Aliko Dangote is also an expansionist, encroaching on indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral land. Aliko Dangote, you cannot encroach on indigenous Yoruba people's land. Aliko Dangote, you cannot expand your empire on with the indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral sovereign land. Aliko Dangote, your empire expansion dream will never happen on indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral land. It is dead on arrival. It is totally unacceptable. It is indeed against the rights of indigenous peoples. The individual and collective rights of indigenous peoples are non-negotiable. The United Nations Secretary General Aliko, you stand on the illegality of the colonial brainwashing and harassment called Nigeria to claim the purchases of with the indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral sovereign land. Your previous purchases shall be investigated. Aliko Dangote, you cannot bring out legality out of illegality. Aliko has disregarded the rights of indigenous peoples by encroaching on indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral sovereign land. Youthman Danfodio, your descendant who came originally from Seagull seized the vast land of the indigenous also people, the Onitsha landowners, and made them slaves on their own ancestral land. Aliko, your empire expansion goal has failed, just as Youthman Danfodio expansion dream into indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral land failed then. Aliko Dangote, your empire expansion dream will never happen on indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral land. It is dead on arrival, dead on arrival, dead on arrival. Aliko Dangote, you cannot bring out legality out of illegality. Aliko, wake up. The Colombians' illegal arrangement with the Fulani of foreign descent as proxy to dominating control the original indigenous landowners no longer apply on indigenous Yoruba people. Aliko Dango planned to disregard the rights of indigenous peoples and expand his empire through encroachment on indigenous Yoruba people of Democratic Republic of the Yoruba ancestral sovereign land. By the grace and mercy of God Almighty, with the indigenous Yoruba people of Democratic Republic of the Yoruba have fish your feet the corruptly sought alteration of independence in November 2022. Reclamation on December 18, 2022. Proclamation on Friday, April 12, 2024. And the swearing in of Mopology Olawale Achinola Okyo as head of Democratic Republic of the Yoruba on Friday, the 12th day of April, 2024. Aliko Dangote. As of August 2025, do you not know these facts? Aliko Dangote. Why don't you respect and honor the rights of indigenous peoples? Aliko, you are encroaching on the ancestral sovereign land of with the indigenous Yoruba people of Democratic Republic of the Yoruba. Alert! Let it be known to the peoples of the world that Aliko Dangote is planning his empire expansion on our indigenous Yoruba ancestral land. He's encroaching on the ancestral land of with the indigenous Yoruba people of Democratic Republic of the Yoruba. Aliko, if you are truly an exhauster, you should know that with the indigenous Yoruba people of exercise 1. The rights to self-determination. 2. The rights of indigenous peoples. 3. The rights of sovereign people. 4. The rights of foreign nationalists. 5. The fundamental human rights. 6. The right to self-defense as indigenous people. The right to be free and independent. All these rights are God-given rights sacred by mankind charter. Aliko Dangote, your empire expansion dream will never happen on indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral land. It is dead on arrival, dead on arrival, dead on arrival. Aliko Dangote, you cannot bring out legality out of illegality.
Aliko, keep these facts in your brain constantly. That Democratic Republic of the Yoruba is no longer part of the Kamala illusion scheme known as Nigeria. Almighty God did reclaim our identity, reclaim our nation who then so venti for us. Aliko, don't you know the truth that Nigeria is not a nation and can never be a nation? Aliko, don't you know the truth that Nigeria is not a nation and can never be a nation? Aliko, from the statements in the article, you are arrogantly ignoring the fact that we the Andes Aruba people's ancestral sovereign land is no longer part of the brainwash and harassment called Nigeria. Aliko, do you know another word for expansionist, imperialist, colonialist, Meaning that Aliko Dangote, just as parodied by your forefathers, is an imperialist, a colonialist, with your impossible empire expansion goal on indigenous Yoruba people's surveillance. Aliko Dangote, stop the approachment now. Aliko, stop immediately your empire expansion on we the indigenous Yoruba people's surveillance now.
Aliko Dangote, your empire expansion dream will never happen on indigenous Yoruba peoples and central land. It is dead on arrival, dead on arrival, dead on arrival. Aliko Dangote, you cannot bring out equality out of illegality.
With the indigenous Yoruba people's ancestral sovereign land is no longer part of the colonial brainwashing arrangement called Nigeria. Aliko, remember always that with the indigenous Yoruba people's sovereign nation is known as Democratic Republic of the Yoruba. Except 3 on the scope of the Caliphate's Uthman Dan Fodio mission from his sermon during the early phases of the jihad. The boundaries of the Caliphate, from the arid sands of the north to the waters of the southern seas. In months of October 12, 1960, the Parrot newspaper wrote what Ahmadu Bello, the Sardona of Sokoto, said 12 days after Nigeria's independence from Britain. The new nation. Can you imagine calling it a new nation? Is it a nation? Called Nigeria should be an estate for our great-grandfather, Uthman Dan Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We must use the minorities in the north as willing tools and the south as conquered territories, and never allow them to have control of their future. Lord Macaulay's address to the British Parliament on February 80 and 2 to Reeve. I have traveled across the bend and breadth of Africa, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country, such high moral values, people of such caliber, that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. And therefore I propose that they replace her old and ancient interpretation system, her culture. For if the Africans think that all that is foreign and equal to discord and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. The individual and collecting rights of indigenous peoples are non-negotiable. The United Nations Secretary General.
Aliko Dangote, empire expansion dream will never happen on indigenous Yoruba peoples and central land. It is dead on arrival, dead on arrival, dead on arrival. Aliko Dangote, you cannot bring out rebellion out of imageality.